The Native Americans managed to create a civilization, um, pretty intricate. It was said to be one of the most beautiful civilizations, with gems and gold, and very colorful, very beautiful. So they managed to build a massive civilization without the creation of advanced bacteria, viruses, so on. And a sign of this is when the Europeans showed up here with all their pathogens and so on. The indigenous people of what's now known as the Americas died for the most part, a lot of them. And that's the one of the current uh, theories, I guess, because like all the information is gone. There's not very much left of it. And but that was the if that was the case, that's wisdom, meeting a problem and solving it before it happens. Having the foresight of seeing what leads to what, So as their population rose, they didn't create diseases, so they didn't create immunities. And when, people with things that they hadn't experienced showed up, they, perished. There's a lot of issues we have in this country that show a lack of foresight. Our water is poisoned, our air is poisoned, and one of the big things that we're currently dealing with is the way that America dealt with slavery, segregation. If they had the foresight, we wouldn't have never had any of those problems to begin with. So to think that a people that could do something so atrocious and so inhumane, and so evil would have the tools to reverse the problem and fix the problem, to me is it's not a solid state of mind. It's not a very profitable or a structural thought process. And here we are, 2020, and we're still dealing with the same bullshit. And as a man coming into existence, I can't help but feel the gravity of what females have felt from the atrocious things that men have done. And the only thing that comes to mind is atonement, and the process of honing what atonement means, for the things that happened before I existed, but they reverberate today. And so basically I was born with a full plate, even being a brown male, because after colonization things got really fucking toxic, and a lot of shitty things were done. So my goal is to be less of a problem than more of a problem, or at least try not to add to the problem. And it's taken me a while to come to this awareness. So as a young boy in the world, I was a huge problem. I was very self-victimizing, self-centered, and my thought process was very toxic. But I've taken the steps to hopefully be aware of that and make changes from that. And America is, at a whole, is stuck with this, or confronted with this same conundrum of how do we atone and how do we move forward. But unfortunately, nobody's really asking that question. They are just stating how they feel, and they're stating their experience and what they see, when that's not part of the answer. What you don't see is not part of the answer. Um, and that you don't see it isn't anybody's responsibility to show you. It's not anybody's responsibility to show me. I have to develop the tools to see things that I can't see, and know that there's still a lot of things that I miss. So, yeah, with that all said, I'm curious what the future holds, and what exactly we can do, and how do we get there. GoPro stop.